Danielle, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Lisa. How are you?
Good, good. Lisa from Interchem. I'm in Woodlands Lodge outside of Midleton in lovely sunny County Cork.
Not so sunny
We've
today.
just been drowned. But listen, what can we do?
Yeah.
Danielle, tell me a little bit about your business, what you do here.
Okay, so basically we buy young horses to produce, to run, and then sell on. So pointers, we run a few in bumpers as well.
Yeah.
And in the last 3 years ago, we started to buy a couple of flat yearlings with the view to race them, but we actually kind of changed tact and we've breezed them the last couple of years and sold a few nice ones. So it's kind of a mixture of both, and they complement each other, because when the point season, national hunt season ends, the kind of breezing gets going. So
constant stream of busyness for you guys.
Yeah, so it's great.
And tell me, Danielle, how did you get into kind of this side of the business? Was it a natural progression for you?
Well, I'm from kind of an eventing, showing background, and I met Johnny, and he was into racing. He was working with Tom Bustede, and then he was with Noel for a good few years.
Yep.
And he decided then that, he wanted to train a few, and he kind of quickly changed tact to trade a few as opposed to train a few.
Yeah.
So it was back in 2016 we started, and we bought 4 that year, and they all sold, went on to be nice horses actually. And then it kind of progressed from there. So we started with 4, and now we kind of have 13 every year, 12 to 13 every year. And we try and sell as many as we can before we restock for the following year. So.
Good progression over those.
There's been 1 or 2 rough years now that weren't great. But that kind of happens, a bit of a roller coaster. But last year was good. Yeah, we had some nice horses that we sold on and went on to be nice. And this year it's all young horses. We've one 5-year-old that has ran before, and he's actually going to run again next week. But other than that, everything is unraced. So it's nice.
Brilliant. In terms of since you've started, is there anything any horse that stands out? Any kind of main memory that you're delighted with?
There's a couple of them. I suppose one of the earlier horses we sold was a gorgeous big horse called Sammy Bill. And he looked really promising, but unfortunately he got injured, and that was the end of that. But he looked really promising. And we sold a lovely breezer this year, Ragico, and we sold him in Doncaster.
Yep.
And he went on to win first time out a month later in Windsor, and then he was 4th in a Group 2. And then he had a little bit of a setback, but he looks really promising. He looks nice group horse to look forward to next year. So
we have to keep note of him now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Nice. Yeah.
And you've been using precision for.
So started using precision microbes last February.
Okay.
Tried it on 2 horses.
Yeah.
People had kind of just been talking about it, saying it was really good, and I was kind of saying, I don't really have anyone for it,
Yeah.
And then the 2 horses, actually, that breezer, Ragico, he was going to Doncaster, and we had a 4-year-old that we subsequently sold in Aintree. He's in Gavin Cromwell's. So I said I'd try the 2 of them, because they were kind of getting close to breezing and running. So the difference, like, you'd pick them out a million miles away. So Johnny used to laugh at me, and he said, "Oh, Jesus, here's your one now again, back with this bloody stuff." And he was like, "What is it?" And I was like, "It's really good, honestly. I've been told it's really good." And within 2 weeks, different animals eating, like, they weren't bad to eat, but obviously as your training regime kind of steps up, it's more demanding.
Yeah.
So you would notice maybe they wouldn't be as eager for the pot as without the intensity of training or whatever. But since they went on that, honestly, it turned them inside out. And the thing I've noticed with all of them, now I have everyone on it, but like the width of them, the strength of them over their top line, like the breezer, the 2-year-old, he developed a shoulder and an arse on him, really couldn't get over it. And the 4-year-old was the same. And actually, when we were selling the 4-year-old, 2 agents said, "Oh my God, I don't know what you're giving that horse, but he looks absolutely incredible."
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't tell him precision microbes. So.
Keep the secret until now.
Keep the secret. But so then Horses went on their break. Obviously, we bought for 3-year-olds, bought yearlings, all that kind of thing. They all came back in. And I was kind of saying, oh, I'll try him on it, and I'll try him on it. And it literally turned them inside out. And then I said, you know what? Not putting everything on it. So I started off buying 5 litres of it, and now I buy 20 litres every kind of 3 weeks.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and it's brilliant.
It's good.
Wouldn't
Great
be
to hear.
without it. Yeah.
Brilliant, Danielle. In terms of your day-to-day schedule, what does a day look like for you guys? A general run of the day.
So we start at 6. They're kind of fed at 6, and we put the hay and put steam hay, do little odd jobs like that. They start going on the walker then at 7. First lot will go on at 7, and we start riding out at 7:30, 8:45ish. And then when we're just about to go away on first lot, put second lot on the walker, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
At the moment, the yearlings are on a little break. They'll be coming in next week. That'll be fun. So we only have 9 riding out now at the moment, so there's only kind of like 4 lots. And then we feed our precision microbes when everyone comes off the walker around 11 o'clock. We feed them the precision microbes then in mash.
Okay.
So it's like a
mix.
fibre mash, yeah. And they absolutely golish it. And then they're rugged up, whatever, stables are done in between whenever we get a chance to do that. And they get lunch then at about 1:30. And then we try and squeeze in a little bit of a lunch ourselves.
Yeah.
And then we come back out and put on more hay for the evening, try and turn out horses as much as we can, obviously weather dependent. They won't be going out, but they all have their own paddocks, and it's only literally just...
Do you find when you are turning them out and giving them their own space, they're a lot more kind of chilled out in themselves?
Yeah.
Like I assume...
Absolutely. They love it, you know, and even just to go out and have a buck and a kick around and a roll.
Get that energy out.
Yeah, and you'd have a fair idea when you put horses out as well. It might sound a bit silly, but you know, if you put one out and they're bucking and kicking and rolling, and then the next day you put them out and they don't, you're like, you know, you're kind of like, right, maybe we need to back off this a little bit or whatever, you know.
They're telling you.
Exactly. Yeah. So just to try and vary up their routine as well as much as you can, you know.
And this guy is very chill and relaxed with us here, thankfully.
He is.
For a young guy.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about him.
Loving the attention. So he's a 4-year-old. Due to run in the next couple of weeks. He seems to be doing everything kind of nicely. The precision micros turned him inside out.
Unreal.
He's big now. He's over 17 hands, but he was always really, really angular.
Yeah.
Like very angular. And like it's not that he was bad to eat or anything. You know, he wouldn't have been unbelievable, but he was a decent eater.
Yeah.
He'd never leave anything behind. So this season, I started him the end of just after the horse show. After I went to the horse show, I put them all on it then, and within a month, he's developed a bum, shoulders, and his temperament. Like he was always a gent, could be a bit cranky and stable and girthy, and you wouldn't be standing over the door too long, you know, that kind of way, or you wouldn't be hanging around in the stable if he was eating, that kind of thing. But honestly, like completely transformed. Yeah.
He's going to go to sleep here beside us, I think.
It's a huge benefit to their temperament. Obviously, they're happier in themselves. I don't know what it does, but whatever it does anyway, we're happy with it. So it's
converted anyway. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. And Danielle, in terms of your experience with precision, is it something that you feel comfortable to recommend to others, or is there anyone that you've kind of converted like you've been?
Yes, actually, now that you say it. Friends of ours, Donna and Nikki, they've DNA echoing up in the Curragh. We had a breezer going to France in July, and he was kind of a big, raw, backward type. Yeah. And we were away at National Hunt Sales buying horses, so we sent him up there before he left for like a couple of days. So I sent him up with the 5 litres of the precision microbes. And Donna was like, what is this? And I said, no, seriously. And she was like, my God, from the last time I saw him, he looks incredible. Travelled like a dream over to France. Anyway, basically, the horse transformed. So she was kind of asking me about it, and I was like, seriously, try it. Yeah. Like, if you have anyone that you could try it on, just try it. So she had a horse that she was prepping and going to sales later on in the season. And she was like, I've tried him on precision microbes. Oh, my Jesus. It's turned inside out. So She was like, I'm converted, Danielle, I'm converted, and now she's all her yard on it.
Fantastic.
So yeah, she's buying it in the 20 litre drums now again.
Brilliant.
Not the 5. So look, it's something that works, and I think you could kind of say, oh God, it's added cost, but it's not in the long term. Absolutely not.
Danielle, thanks so much for having us, and thanks to Johnny and Elsa and
Yeah.
Tessa.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Brilliant.
You're welcome anytime.